Why can't I pee on the sidewalk? I really need to pee right now. This is miserable. Ooh, flowers. Ooh, ooh. I've always loved this lady's garden. She like walks around the neighborhood and like she's kind of friends with people and like she's really pretty cool. She's really freaking old, but like she's cool. Life is terrifying. But yeah, it's pretty hot today, although not as hot as it was yesterday. And the day before that it was 23 degrees and like people were cold. Okay, if it's 23 degrees and people are cold, you know there's a problem. I'm talking Celsius, by the way. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit. It might be like 60 something. I really don't know. I still haven't learned how to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius because I never have to use Fahrenheit, so what's the point? Lately we've been having like 40-degree weather. That's what my dog does, people. Alright. Going the wrong way. I got so distracted with vlogging. Come on. Let's go back. Backtrack. Ugh. Tinky. I know, but it's interesting, but we never go that way. This route, like, I never end up going the same way twice, sort of, or I, like, take a different route back than the one I took to get there, instead of just going back the way I came like a normal person. This is the same spot. Tinky, that's your pee you're smelling. I thought someone was looking at me through a window. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that would look at me through a window too. Oh, Tink. Such a lovely dog. Tink is lovely. I'm kind of concerned because we might like be having some cats moving in. She's not used to cats. But yeah, she's really not used to cats. I don't know if I talked about they were gonna have cats with the dog, and I really, really do need to pee right now. Oh gosh, why didn't I just go before I left? Ugh. It's alright, at least we're not going far. Did you poop? I can't even tell. I'm just gonna keep... No, she didn't. But she's peeing everywhere. It's kind of funny. I don't know if she does it anymore, but she like used to do this thing where she just wanted to mark her territory everywhere. So she's peeing in all these places, like peeing everywhere, and I don't know if she does it, but like she used to do this thing. She just would want to pee everywhere, and then she would, but then she'd like run out and she's like trying to mark her territory, but she can't. What like funny things does your dog do? She also has kind of a weird name. Like a little bit, like people are like, what's her name? And I'm like, Tink, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. And some people think it's Tank. Her actual name is Tinkerbell, which is embarrassing to tell people. Who names their dog Tink? I'll tell you who. The people we got her from, the girl was like, I don't know, really little, and so she's like, oh, let's name the dog Tinkerbell. You know, people get a black cat and name it like Midnight or Shadow. Like, I want to get either a black cat or a black dog and name it like Snowball. So they come here, Snowball, and someone's expecting like a white cat or a white dog, and then this like black as night freaking animal comes out because it's original, and it's, I don't know, it's kind of funny. The first hamster that I got, his name was Professor Cuddles. I don't want to get another hamster because you can like pet it and cuddle with it, but it doesn't really run away, you know, like worst case scenario, it goes under the couch and you lure it out with some lettuce, or like the lid comes off its ball and then you gotta just put the lid on right, you know, and it's like not that much work, which is awesome, but it's more interactive than say a fish or a rock. Hamsters are just very simple creatures. They'll just hamster around, got nothing to worry about. There's my dog trying to take a different route, even though we go this route very often. We just did it 2 days ago. Oh, get your stuff together. Anyhow, yeah, I said she was pooping, but she wasn't. She squatted and nothing came out. Oh, you having poopy troubles, Tinky? It's okay, honey. Are you panting again? Are you gonna be okay? Was I just filming a bush for like... Was I just filming a bush for that whole time? Alright. I can live. How many signs did I actually show? Tell me down in the comments. Tell me how many times you saw the poop bag. The video I posted on Wednesday, you should watch it by the way. I normally hate my videos. I think this one's actually pretty good. A little secret, it's called The Big Six, Episode 1. Sorts of noise. I think he just threw something at his dog. It sounded like it yelped. Oh my gosh. His two little dogs were going crazy. And then I noticed there was a guy. I thought they were just dogs, but there was a guy, and I think he threw something at his dog. Or like maybe just sprayed them, because it looked like a spray bottle, but like I don't know. I didn't see what happened. It's just some shirtless guy, and I think he saw me talking on the camera. But like, I'm gonna have to review that footage. Whew, girl drama. The Big Six, Episode 1. It's not actually Episode 1. I sort of did another Big Six at another time, but at first I had the Big 10, and I'm pretty sure I did one episode of that. I might have done 2 more or 2 episodes of the Big Six, but I have this habit of deleting my videos, and so after I deleted a bunch, I guess I ended up deleting the other 2 Big 10 episodes. And I remember I wanted to call it the Big Six for like years, right? Because I went on a huge hiatus, not on purpose, and then I just filmed this Big Six episode, but I might have filmed others. I don't know. I have hours of lost footage from deleted videos, and it makes me, in lost videos, is really depressing. But next is the North and South show, but I really have no idea what the hell I'm gonna do, because I did 3 episodes and I was like, oh yeah, but now I'm like, oh no, because I don't know what to do and I'm freaking out. So I haven't vlogged for like this entire while. There's people, because there's always people sitting out here, which is kind of nice, I guess. But it also makes it weird for me. Anyhow, I'm like right near the place where the guy might have hit his dog last time. I'm still not sure about that, whether he did or not. Oh, children. I was like actually frustrated about doing the North and South show because I had literally zero idea what the hell I was gonna do or how I did it before, but also like the traffic was really loud. I feel like I'm too like in my head about it, because I do write some stuff down. Oh, I didn't show a street sign, I don't think. I do write some stuff down for my videos, but not a lot and not very often. And especially when I did the North and South show, it was just spontaneous, right? So I think maybe I'm just like too in my head about it, and it's just like do it, you know? Like go Nike and just do it. Yeah, you know, I could like write a few things down or have some semblance of an idea, or just do it. Just turn on the camera and say what I have to say. Like you know, lighting, tripod, whatever. But like other than that, just like turn on my camera and just do the video and be done with it. Because I feel like the longer I wait to do it, the more I procrastinate, the more worried I'll get, and I'll be so in my head. And when you wait a long time to release something, you're like, well, I've had this much time, it could be better, it could be better, it could be better. And then whatever you're left with, you're just like disappointed. I heard someone coming out of their house and it's frightening. That's when I passed the car. I wasn't like filming near there because I would have to shout again, and it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So I was like, nah. I feel very exposed for some weird reason. There was one thing I wanted to talk about. It happened to like almost right after I left for the walk, and it really pissed me off. I passed like this group of guys. They were kids, you know, and I'm like, oh, a group of guys. If you're a girl, you know what happens when you pass a group of guys. Just one guy won't do it, but when they're in a group and they're really like immature, they'll catcall you, and it's literally the worst thing ever. Tink, come on. So I know it's sort of first world, but it is really just infuriating. Other girls get catcalled every time they go out, and I don't really. Maybe they're not sensitive towards it, and I am, or something. I really don't know. And I'm also more likely to respond. But I was passing by, and it was a group of guys, but I'm like, they're just kids. They're not like little kids, you know what I mean? But they're like young teenagers, like early high school age. So I'm like, they're not gonna do anything. There's no way. Like they're in high school. Like who even cares? But I heard like this one guy like sort of practicing his whistling, right? And then I was like, oh. It's like practicing like just regular whistling sounds, like minding my own business whistling sounds, and I was like, ooh, like I really hope he doesn't, like, ooh, you better not. And then I heard it, the classic like cat call whistle, you know what I'm talking about, and I was so pissed off. So I turned around and I flipped them off, but I didn't know which one it was because they were behind me, and I was super pissed because I don't think any of them saw me. And I wanted them to see me flipping them off, and I wanted to know which one it was so I could directly say to that person, like, go F yourself. And it was weird because, I passed a house, right? It wasn't guys in a van or vehicle like it normally is, it was a house. And I knew the people that lived in the house. So even though I didn't know any of the guys, I knew the one guy that they were all friends with. It's also weird they were like so young and they just decided to do that, but I got so pissed off. And if they do it again, I'm gonna make sure to be watching. I'm gonna catch them on camera, and I'm gonna run them into the ground. Cause women and girls, cause sometimes you get catcalled when you're like 12, 9, whatever. Women and girls seem to have the same reaction / face. Oh, just ignore it. Just ignore it. They'll stop. Catcallers, it doesn't work. When you ignore them, they're like, oh, she's not gonna do anything. It's more of an encouragement. So I like to put them in their place. Tell them F you. But I feel like if it was ever a really offensive catcall, like some girls get, I would get really intense with it. Like if it was very hypersexual, I would, like I said, run them into the ground. I feel like it's so annoying every vlog I talk about people looking at me vlogging, but it's really uncomfortable. Like there's two people in their car passing by, were just staring at me. There's one part of the walk where like Tink was going a different way. We were just waiting at the light, and she went down the street. I'm like, Tink, we've literally never, like that's not the way we go, and we've literally never gone down that way. Because sometimes I'll change the route, and I'm like, Tink, we've literally never gone that way. Like, you're high, you're on drugs. That's literally what I said to my dog in public. I said, you're high, you're on drugs, to my dog. You're not there. It's better, but I wanted them to be there, and I wanted one of them to whistle at me, not for validation, but so I could tell them off and run them into the ground. Like, catch them on camera. I wanted to run them into the ground. That's seriously how angry I get. Tink, come on. What are you doing? I creepy neighbors have.